Welcome back in. The weather is warming up and mentally a lot of us are ready for summer, but are we physically ready? Here with some advice on having a healthy and radiant summer are the experts from Prestige Medical.
And before we start, it's important to let everybody know that Prestige is sort of like a one-stop shop for all of your healthcare needs. And joining us today, we have Dr. Nasser Asgar, nurse practitioner Maddie Hollar, and spa manager Kim O'Brien. Welcome all of you back to ATL Live.
Thank you.
Great to have you. Okay,
Yes.
so Dr. Asgar, we are going to start with you here and talk about, we want people to feel their best mentally and physically heading into the summer months. So can you talk about what you all do at Prestige to help people achieve those goals?
Yeah, so at Prestige, we are all about improving your health span, making your health better. If you are on blood pressure medication, try to remove them through healthy weight loss, exercise, diet, not just add medication. Make your life quality better.
Yeah, I mean, you just said a very key point there, healthy weight loss. Maddie, I want to bring you in here because a lot of this starts from childhood. I think it's hard to kind of create those benchmarks for what's healthy and what's not when you're a kid, especially if you were raised in a certain way or a certain upbringing, right? So will you talk about how important it is to have those methods in place in adulthood?
Exactly. I kind of start that talk early as 6 months when we talk about like starting solids for a baby and kind of debunking some of those myths like juice is a no, it's not healthy, and like eliminating sodas, watching sugar intake, and kind of setting up these, guidelines for your child so they expect healthy eating is normal and being active is like part of their daily life and kind of following their parents' footsteps to seeing like, oh, okay, we're going to be active and we're going to eat healthy so I can fuel my body to be able to do what it needs to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I've even watched parents kind of get their kids involved in things like juicing, which can be really fun for a child. And then you can still maybe have that juice element, but not full of all of those sugars.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I know we'll talk a little bit more about both of your areas. But Kim, we can't leave you out down there. We know that GLP-1s have become incredibly popular for weight loss, but we know that that can also affect the face a bit as well. And it's interesting, to hear your perspective coming from the spa and how you work with clients that are experiencing weight loss that they absolutely want to achieve, but still look their best in their face as well.
Yeah, it's been crazy with the GLP-1s that are out and how much facial hollowing we're seeing. What we've been doing is adding in a little bit of structure and making a more natural balance, because all of that is about getting back your radiant glow. So what happens is once you lose those fat pads in your face, we got to restore them. But you've heard on the internet about puffiness with fillers and people are so scared. So what we do is we build a structure with a natural enhancement called Sculptra. Sculptra will go in and it will build your own collagen. Once it builds that, you can actually lay the fillers on top and build a radiant structure that actually does the facial light balance, makes you look younger, makes you look naturally good for your age.
We love the word natural, don't we?
Yeah.
But my mind is still going back, Maddie. I want to bring you in about education because something that you guys all really hold dear to is education with your patients. So when you talk about, for parents who are watching and they're thinking, how do I involve my child in educating them? What would you say to them?
I think even when I talk to like parents about picky eating, that's a big like standpoint in our office, like, oh, they won't try that, or oh, they won't
Especially
eat
with
that.
veggies.
Exactly.
Yes.
I talk about like helping them plan a meal for the family and involving them in the cooking process because they're more apt to try something and increase exposure to new foods. There's studies that show like 30 exposures before they'll even touch a food or try a food, and just setting up realistic expectations and easy ways that they can kind of make steps. And I always say it's progress, not perfection.
Oh yeah.
And we kind of just check in throughout every well check to see how they're doing nutrition-wise, and they can always come in sooner if they have specific nutrition questions.
Oh yeah.
I love that.
And Dr. Asgar, let's bring you back for this because we know that weight loss is difficult for many people, challenging on many different fronts, right? I'm curious for you, what are some of the biggest roadblocks you're seeing with patients and how you're helping them with that? Because it can be done, and we want to encourage people.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest roadblock is when people lose weight, they look at a number. And what we want to try to emphasize is muscle. Try to increase your muscle mass because you're going to look better in a bathing suit. You're going to look better. You're going to feel better. Your blood pressure is going to be better if your muscle is higher. So on a lot of these GLP-1s, you get this facial hollowing. If you can do it with diet, exercise, and the GLP-1 and increase muscle, so you get a monitored muscle. I think that's the key. That's the secret to getting healthy weight loss.
Amazing.
Well, and being able to have professionals like yourself to come to. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you.
We really appreciate it. For more information, visit prestigemedicalgroup.org or call 706-6